Oh wait, is this episode 31?
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't
Well,
know. Are you supposed to be keeping track of this?
something like that. Yep. Right as I hit record, so no turning back now.
Yep, episode 31.
Great. Great. 30 seconds in and we already know what we're doing. All right. Cool. Yeah, it's kind of cold today.
Yeah,
Is it?
Great day for watching movies.
Is
indeed.
that what you've been
I wish
doing?
I had the time for it.
Oh man, I went to the library yesterday and found like a 5 disc collector's edition of Lone Wolf and Cub, and I was like, I don't really want to check this out because I need to like be doing other stuff. But I was like, ooh, but I'm reading the books, and I ended up checking it out. And I've watched 2 discs already, and each one has 2 films on it. So I've watched 4 films in one day.
Oh,
Yeah.
so considering that you watch, so you not only got a lot of watching movies and you got a lot of reading subtitles.
Yeah, that's also true.
So you got quite the workout there.
Yeah. Which is probably why mentally I'm exhausted today.
Yeah, that's it.
I can relate.
Yeah, how goes that master's program?
Oh, it's going. Just trying to get everything ready for finals and the comp exam and coming up close to the end in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is the commencement ceremony, and then after that's finals and the comp exam. So I'll be done. What is today? Yeah, so I'll be done in a little bit over a month.
Well, I guess, like, what, 3 more episodes to go before we find out?
Maybe.
So yeah, today is Earth Day. Yesterday was.
Yesterday
Yesterday.
was.
I
Anybody?
what is it with people? They totally ignore Arbor Day.
Yeah, I had that same thought yesterday. I was like, well, what about Arbor Day? Nobody
Yeah,
celebrates that. Everybody's planting trees on Earth Day.
yeah.
It's like,
It
shouldn't
really
they
made me
save that for
mad
Arbor Day?
because my an old classmate of mine, he had I think he lives in Lawrence actually. He said, "Oh, happy Earth Day." It's like, dude, you're from Nebraska. What about Arbor Day?
Wait, what does Arbor Day have to do with Nebraska?
The guy responsible for Arbor Day was a Nebraskan.
Ah.
Oh, I
You,
did
you
not
know,
know that.
yeah. I'm since it's been a while since I've looked up Nebraska history or whatever. I'm gonna let people do their homework on that.
We'll have one person in the comment section go, actually.
Yeah,
We get comments.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was the
You know,
weird thing. So to this day, I still don't know what I'm doing wrong here, but uh, I noticed that we
you doing it?
do have a comment on one of our videos, but it's like not visible. And then when I go to like try and change the settings, it just doesn't show up at all. So it's just like it's a phantom comment that like I, I'm so
Yeah,
confused.
I noticed that because I'm like, wait, what's the comment? Is there a comment?
Yeah, it gives me a 1. It's telling me there's a comment, and when I go to look for it, it's like there's no comments yet. And I'm like, but you said there is.
Yeah, it's probably hate mail.
Man. It's my notice that I've been blacklisted in every country.
I mean, At one point, you kind of wanted to start over, so
Yeah. Oh man.
what better time?
So let's see, what else did I watch? Oh, Welcome to Marwin. That film is awesome. Steve Carell and a bunch of other names that I can't quite remember, but uh, of course it's a Robert Zemeckis film, even if you don't actually see his name on there. But it was really fantastic. It's based off of the true story of Mark Hogenkamp. Yeah, here we go. Mark Hogenkamp. It doesn't really talk about his service career because he's a veteran, but it talks about like after he was jumped at a bar uh, for really no reason other than like he likes to wear women's shoes, uh, and people are assholes basically. um, and he takes photos of like dolls posed in like his little town that he's built. Um, it's a really great movie, and the really fun thing is, I think that this film really broke new ground with digital effects because let's use the Polar Express for example. Way back
Yep.
in what was that, like 2008 or earlier than that? I don't
Uh,
know.
something like that.
Anyway, the Polar Express, if you don't love it, you're insane. But if you don't love the animation style because it looks a little creepy,
2004.
oh wow, dang.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, uh, to be fair, I love it, but also yeah, the animation kind of is creepy. I still love it, but a lot of people go like, "Oh, it's what is that?" And so to do a little film lecture here, um, the
Oh,
Uncanny
is that what we
Valley.
do?
Yes, we're gonna talk a little bit about the Uncanny Valley. And long story short, it's essentially when like you see a human face, but it's not quite a human face, and it just freaks you out for whatever reason. There's a whole lot of psychology behind it. Really fascinating. Go read it yourself if you're that interested in it. Long story short, going back to Welcome to Marwin, what they did was they rendered um, the faces of the actors onto the dolls so that they could, pose them and whatever. But then what they did was what they call the ski mask effect, where um, they actually filmed the actors as well, and then digitally took the eyes and the mouth and put them over the already digitized face. And so think of like the annoying orange, I guess, in that sense, where yeah, you're laughing, but like that's kind of the best way to explain it. And
Yeah, it is. It
like
is. It's
we've
just
seen stupid videos for years and years of that crap, and it's just like, wow, who would have thought to have done that? But they finally did, and yeah, I think they solved the uncanny valley. Honestly, I think someone should definitely do like a thesis paper on it or whatever because it felt so natural and it was really good. Um, because they were able to finally capture all the emotion and stuff that's in the face, and you can like pose cheeks and stuff really easily, but to do the eyes and the mouth, there's just subtle little micro movements that just you can't really capture unless you just have an actual person's face. And so they just took the eyes and the mouth and stuck it on the digital doll and blended it all together, and it was like, oh wow, that's why it looks so real and not creepy. But yeah, I loved it. The story that's there. I'd love to actually go to an art gallery that has Hogan Camp, like the real pictures and stuff. I'd love to go see that now because I'm very fascinated by all that stuff. Uh, but yeah, Welcome to Marwin. Great film. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, a million out of 200. It's great.
It's on your favorite films list or great
Yeah,
films
for
list?
whatever reason though, I don't know why I'm not putting it up there with like like The Art of Racing in the Rain and oh god, what was the other one? Real great
Dumbo.
film if I can remember it. Oh my god.
You
Oh,
loved
Roman J.
Dumbo.
Israel. There we go.
Oh
There,
yeah, that one.
for whatever reason, I was like, I kind of want to write about Welcome to Marwen and put it on my website, but I don't know. I just felt like there wasn't. It was a great movie, but like the fact that it's a true story and all should make it even better. I don't know what it is that just I kind of watched it and went, yeah, it's a great film, but I don't need to necessarily write about it. I guess because I don't really follow animation that well. And
Mm.
so if I were like an animator, I'd probably be all over it a lot more. Because I think the important thing is like the uncanny valley, uh, or the solution to it that they came up with, and I'm kind of just like, well, I don't really understand that, so I'm not even gonna try to talk about it.
Yeah,
So,
that's understandable.
what have you guys been watching?
Uh, good question.
Um, I watched Zardoz.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and to be honest, it wasn't as like horribly, well, awfully great that I thought it was going to be. It actually had like a really good storyline, and yeah, the effects for the time were actually pretty good. I,
Really.
yeah, so my honest opinion is that excuse me, is that it's probably a really underrated film.
hmm.
It was actually fun and enjoyable, and yeah, there was nothing wrong with it.
Like it
I've
goes
seen other.
beyond the fun and enjoyable of like a bad film. It's like not actually trash.
Yeah, I might even go as far to say that I would not put it into the trash bin.
That's surprising because, you know, don't judge a book by its cover, but oh boy, that's pretty hard to do when you look at some of the screenshots from that.
Yeah,
And by the screenshots, we are talking about that film with
Sean Connery
Sean
in a
Connery
bright
in
red
that
dress. Yes.
wardrobe.
yeah.
Where do your eyes
Surprisingly,
go when you see that picture?
Yeah, okay, so fill us in. Why exactly was he in a dress?
he wasn't in a dress. He was in a red diaper.
That just makes it so
Yeah.
much worse. Oh my god.
I mean, it's in the synopsis. The Earth is ruled by Eternals, an advanced and secret sect of beings who reign over a savage group called Brutals. And he's part of the Brutal group, and they're all like about killing and everything, and the Eternals are like all about living in peace and harmony, and it, considering 1974,
Mhm.
wasn't that around Vietnam?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the end. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think the last troops left in 74, 75. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, you have like the flower children and everything, which would be represented by the Eternals, and then you have, the people who are pro-war, which would be the Brutals. It's a nice commentary for the time.
Man, that's
So,
crazy. Zardoz, you
Wait,
said, came out in 74?
yeah.
Lone Wolf and Cub. What's really nuts is that, like, so far, all four of them that I've watched are all 1972. But it's like, no way that they could have, like, done four films in a year.
uh,
I mean,
it's
you could
possible.
sit on them and then release them all at the same time, but.
Hmm.
And then, yeah,
Okay.
copyright.
This film was directed by John Borman. Okay, that explains so much.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I can't
Oh
say I've
boy.
ever seen any one of their films in particular, but the name does ring a bell.
Um, Let me think. He his most popular, I would say, probably his best or most influential film is a movie called Point Blank, and it's really good. Good Lee Marvin movie, but probably the one that he did that everybody will remember, but maybe not as he directed Deliverance.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
uh,
And then he also did The Exorcist 2, which a lot of people are like, yeah, it's not a good movie.
Yeah. He
Putting it,
also did Excalibur in 1981. I
yeah,
vaguely remember seeing that in my youth.
yeah, it looks like a different kind of, definitely different than your other King Arthur movies, but it's like, whoa, like,
um,
whoa.
I just scrolled up on our Discord chat. I don't think we talked about this because last episode we had Kay on, but Feeling Through. That's a short film that is gaining a lot of attention for an Oscar nomination. It's about they portray him as a homeless teen, um, and he meets a deaf blind man. But the really crazy cool thing about this is the actor who is playing the deaf and blind person is deaf and blind. And I just watched it and was just like, wow, this is. We need a lot more films like this. Feeling Through is the name of the short, and it's really good. I have one problem with it though, and it's the ending. At like kind of halfway through, the guy helps the blind man go into a shop to buy a drink, and he takes out some money from his wallet, hands it to the clerk, gives him change, and the teen puts some of the money back and takes a $10 bill, and immediately you're like, ah, no, no, no. And then in the back of my head, all throughout the rest of the film, it was like, okay, what happened to the 10? And you see him give it to another homeless guy at the end of the film, and I was like, well, that wasn't his money, though. And that's the only issue I have, but it's like, I guess maybe morally kind of redeeming, but yeah, anyway. Let's talk more about how a deaf and blind person was in a film and did an awesome job. That was really cool.
Well, I think that um, people with um, uh, handicaps or disabilities, however you want to say it, I don't know which one is probably the more respectful term, but they there's quite a few movies if you look, and I mean you'll actually have movies where people with who are actually blind or deaf
Yeah.
or people who are actually in mental institutions are actually the cast of a movie, and
Yeah.
it's one of those things. I don't think it's a matter of accuracy so much as actually like why not cast this person because
Yeah,
you
well,
see what I'm saying.
I think I think so. But this film and weirdly enough comedy um, kind of tends to have the same effect where the only way you can kind of expose something and raise awareness of it is to talk about it. And so while comedians often joke about really awful things, it's usually the best way to raise awareness about something because, if you hear a funny joke, you're probably going to repeat it, and then somebody might get a little offended by it, and you're going to go, "Oh, wait, let me like rethink this," and go, "Oh, yeah, okay." Whatever, like I'd say most comedians easily use like a bunch of Holocaust jokes, and it's just like, okay, that's not actually funny, but it's kind of funny. Like, we shouldn't laugh at it because it was a horrible tragedy, but uh, I guess that's what they say, comedy is tragedy plus time or whatever. So, um,
Uh, mm, I mean, I see where you're coming from. Um, maybe I wouldn't have used that example, but
no, but
uh,
again, that gets the point across, doesn't it?
yeah, I guess let's say probably okay. So probably a better example. There's a movie from when was it? 1927, 31, something like that. Really famous film called Freaks, and it was made by Todd Browning, and Todd Browning grew up as part of a traveling, uh, well, not exactly a circus, but a freak show, because that's what they were, full of like, the
Hmm.
bearded lady and so forth, Muscle Man.
Oh, wow, okay. Now I
But
see it.
he
1932.
32, okay. But it was actually the actors who played the freaks were actually,
Mm-hmm.
genuine people who did have physical deformities, like didn't have arms or legs,
Yeah, I'm seeing the.
um, were dwarves or that kind of thing. And you might think, well, that's kind of exploitative, but um, it would probably be more exploitative to get. I don't mean to go on the Brad Williams rant, but do something like Snow White and the Huntsman, where you
Yeah.
hire full grown people. I mean, excellent actors like Ian McShane and Bob Hoskins. Love those guys, but to get them to play dwarfs when you actually have plenty of dwarfs, yeah,
I love how the estimated budget is about 310,000 and the gross revenue is about an extra 30,000. So it made about,
on Freaks.
yeah.
I'm surprised that movie got released because Irving Thalberg took one look. He said, "Who's going to want to see this movie? It's disgusting." And they actually changed the ending. I know.
I think though you're talking about exploitation films and yet these people got paid. I'm not saying that's like
Well,
the right way
I guess what
around
I'm
it,
trying to say
but
is what I'm trying to get to. I guess really what I'm trying to say. I'm just not doing a very good job of doing it. Wow, and supposed to be the writer is you have these people who have genuine experiences who that's their life, and yet you don't get them to do the actual thing. You have somebody else, you hire somebody else to do it, what you would call a professional actor. But there's something that
I think I know where you're
that
going.
some that yeah,
Um
that somebody who's actually blind and deaf, they're gonna do that. They don't have to think about it, they just do it, and it's not a matter of oh, well, if I were this person, then I would do this. It's like, no, I'm this way. I'm gonna do this.
I think we
She loves.
should, like the whole film industry should kind of get behind the idea of changing most films classified as exploitation films to like awareness films. I know that like that sounds kind of dorky and whatever, but like if the actors willingly wanted to do it and they got paid, you're not really exploiting them. You're helping them tell a story and raise awareness of something.
I think it's more about the subject matter though than about the actors, what they
Yeah,
go through,
that's also
isn't it?
true. But, usually like well, black exploitation for example. Like I know some of them
Yeah.
were very very over the top like insane stories that you see in modern time and you're just like, "What the fuck? How did this get made?" and but yeah, it was just, the history of black people on camera. It's like it's just trying to get black people on camera.
Preach it, brother.
Oh my god, Joe. Do I need to cut that?
Yeah, you could get it.
Jesus.
Jesus
Oh
ain't
my
that.
god. But
What were you saying, Levin?
I said Jesus ain't say that.
Anyway.
but yeah,
Okay,
like
so how do we get to A to B? Okay, we were talking about that.
but yeah, oh, there's one speaking of, well, we were talking about freaks. Was it you or somebody else was talking about, it has a different, like its actual name isn't in English. It's like a 2017 film, maybe about uh, like small girls in beauty pageants, cuties, I
Mm,
think.
oh, that wasn't me. Who must have been somebody. I
Is
know
it
that
this?
that made a lot of people angry.
Oh wait, no, it's not. Okay, what I just
What do
found
you
is
think
like the 2020 Netflix film, but I'm thinking of something slightly different. I mean, this sounds similar. Uh, oh no, I guess it is the same thing. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, like this, somebody was talking about this, and yeah, this one is vastly different from what we were talking about. Um,
Yeah, if we're talking about cuties, that to me is uh what do I what's the word I want to use? Just from what I've heard, just from a poster, it's like, yeah, this is just not right.
oh wow, so it has to do with themes of internet culture. And that is interesting because I very much think we should see more films that kind of reflect how the internet uh, influenced things. But why did this get such weird? Wow, on September 10th, hashtag cancel Netflix started trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
But what was it that just made people so like?
Uh,
Where did the controversy like come from?
wasn't the fact that was yeah, cuties, it's like I think it was mainly had to do with the poster that it was like all these
Yeah,
young girls dressed so
cuz
and
it's
I
it's
I
not a
don't want to
documentary. It's like a film, right? It's like a fictional.
yeah, it's just okay, here's where it is. There was a article in Vulture that it was saying how that it just felt uncomfortable that the poster was sexualizing.
Like
Uh,
11-year-olds.
they yeah, they look pretty young. Yeah. So
Yeah, but see,
I mean,
this actually ties nicely. We've identified a theme for the conversation in this episode, and it's like raising awareness of things. And so, yeah, I haven't seen the film. I probably should, just so that one of us can speak relatively intelligently about it. Uh,
relatively intelligent. Yeah. Does that mean
but
you're gonna watch it sober?
yeah. But yeah, I mean, looking at it, it is a little. Yeah, I can see. Wow, okay. Congress actually got involved with this. That's crazy. Um, why is Donald Trump Jr. mentioned in this? Okay. Wow. I didn't realize how political it was. Maybe that'll be what we talk about next
Yeah.
episode while I do some like reading up on this.
Research, actual research.
Sure. That I don't get paid to do. Uh,
Yeah. Love of the game.
but yeah, I mean, it raises awareness. Everyone looks at the poster and goes, "Oh, it's like child pornography or something," and it's like that's not at all what the film is about. It kind of touches on it from what I'm kind of reading, but you know, I think they accidentally created awareness for something else as well. Uh, so yeah,
I'd have to see it just to, because I'm one of those people who's like, I kind of want to have a little more information before I talk about something,
when
you
do we
know?
ever do that for this podcast, though?
Well, speak for yourself.
Hey, I tried so hard in the early stages to be like, hey guys, let's all watch one film so that we can like talk about it.
I did watch a film. I watched Parasite, which um I'm happy to see that something different actually won an award. Well, not just an award, but like
It
a whole
won
bunch.
the like important ones.
Yeah, best what's the international film? Is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah, but it won like a few others. Like,
International film, best picture.
yeah.
I think best director, best score, maybe.
Well, let's to Google and then to
Yeah, Google.
IMDb or Wikipedia, whichever one comes first. It's Wikipedia.
Shocker.
Just because like they tend to organize things just a little bit better on Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, where's the awards? Wow.
Well, it says on. Okay. Academy Award for Best Picture, Academy Award for Best Director, Academy Award for Best International Feature, Academy Award for Original Screenplay. Are those all the Academy Awards then? I feel like I got more at the Academy Awards.
Yeah, but like best original screenplay, if I can
Eh,
speak.
eh, uh,
Best original screenplay. There we go. I feel like that's actually more. I feel like that award should carry more weight than best picture because it's like, well, it could be best picture, but it could be based off of something, based off of something, based off of something. And
yeah, but then you also got to think about some of the films they give Best Original Screenplay to, and it's like, Really? I mean, I'm not trying to knock any films that get that award. I'm just saying. Um, but anyway, no, I think Parasite, if anything, it was a really good film, and it definitely makes me want to see more of what's
Bong Joon-ho.
I feel terrible. Bong Joon-ho's films, which is probably pronounced a different way,
Yeah, I
but me
remember
and my
watching
poor
the
American tongue does not know how to pronounce it.
I remember watching the clips and they pronounced it like slightly different, and it was like, okay, I'm not gonna remember
Yeah, I
that.
probably butchered it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry. My apologies to the Korean people. I'm sorry. But what I was trying to say was it basically makes me want to go see his other films because I know that I emailed Basket after the awards and he's like, yeah, I kind of like his other films more. And I'm like, really? It's like,
Hmm.
that must mean something considering this won the Academy Award in like the big categories. So,
What other? Come on, take me back to IMDb, please. Where's the link? There it is.
uh,
Bong Joon Ho. It wow. Kind of actually hate IMDb right now, trying to like search properly on it. There we go.
okay,
Wait,
well,
he was what? Snowpiercer?
oh yeah, didn't he?
He's the writer on it.
Yeah, that's
Wow, okay. That was quite enjoyable. So,
yeah.
oh, Okja, whatever, the big pig thing. That's on Netflix, and I keep meaning to watch it, but
Oh
I
yeah, that's right.
forget. I don't actually know what the hell that
His
thing's
one
supposed to be.
Memories of Murder looks pretty good. I know that it's on the Criterion.
Are we
So,
like classifying him as a director for this when we say, oh, his film?
yeah,
Okay, so.
I'm a director. Yeah,
Oh, wow, it was. Snowpiercer was also directed by him?
pretty sure
What?
of that.
Snowpiercer, directed by. Oh, yeah. Wow. Uh. Motel Cactus. What is
Mo
this?
Motel Cactus.
4 episodes. Oh my god, it sounds exactly like 4 Rooms.
Really?
Yep.
Oh boy. Well, that was an enjoyable movie, though, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, wow, it sounds. Wow. They even have like a film student making a film. Well, it's 4 rooms, but they all take place in one room. Room 407. So,
Okay, so yeah.
oh, it's not just a plain old motel. It's a it's one of those other
Ooh,
it's a love motel.
ooh,
Yeah, so I'm sure that
yeah.
that'll be an interesting film.
Well,
um what the hell? There's like construction going on, it sounds like, outside.
Thunder.
well, that's what's going on outside my apartment. So,
That's some weird thunder, but Phantom the Submarine. What is this? Ah, story of uh, Korea's first nuclear sub. Which this, okay, not at all trying to rip on Bong Joon Ho here, but We've got Motel
But
Cactus
you're
that
gonna do it.
sounds a little bit like the Four Rooms. Maybe Four Rooms was based off of Motel Cactus. One way or the other, somebody sounds like they stole an idea. And then this one, Phantom the Submarine, sounds very similar to uh, The Hunt for the Red October.
I don't think that is the case. I mean, when you look at every movie, they're all gonna have something similar.
Yeah.
I mean that's basically the thing that every story sounds like another. It's just how you tell it.
That's true. Every submarine movie is going to be exactly like the same one before it, except for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, because that's the
Well,
first submarine.
that's I don't know if I would call that a submarine movie so much as a
Well, it depends on which one we're talking about as well. I haven't seen any of them, but there's like two or three 20,000 Leagues that apparently all of
yeah.
them didn't do so well.
Well, I think when it comes to Jules Verne, it's kind of a crazy swing. But I mean, when
So there's the 1954 version with Kirk Douglas and James Mason. There's the 97 version with Michael Caine and Patrick Dempsey. There's a 1916 version. There's a 2007 version called 30,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That's original. And then there's a 1955 called The Phantom from 10,000 Leagues.
were any of these asylum pictures?
Well, The Phantom from 10,000 Leagues kind of looks like it.
Oh boy. I'm not knocking on asylum pictures because they're actually entertaining, but oh boy. Sometimes
Yeah, this one. What the hell does this mean? It's not rated, it's passed. I have never seen that. It just passed a board of reviewers who said, "Yeah, this can be shown in general, I guess."
I
Sure.
guess.
Awesome. Oh, now I hear the rain, so that'll really mess up the internet, I'm sure.
Probably.
I love looking at asylum pictures. I'm
Wait.
looking at some of their films now. Titanic 2.
Oh God. That asylum. Yep, I know exactly. Holy. Uh. Well. Jesus Christ. I'm genuinely surprised I have internet still. Maybe. Nope, that just dropped everything. Uh. Well. Wow, the last ping was 5,000. That's great. Uh, well, that just killed the internet. Um, uh, ah, wonderful. Uh, well, wonderful. There goes my internet. So, we made it this far. Um, well, I guess this is the end of the episode. 45 minutes in. So, good old weather just ruin that. So, I guess we'll catch you all next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.